Coming up next on Softball 360, presented by the ASA and USA Softball. A preview of the 2016 World Cup of Softball. The nations of the world gather. Venus Taylor reviews some great games and looks ahead to the 2016 World Cup in Oklahoma City. Team Demarini is poised to take back the title on the ASA Power Tour. We'll take BP with Chris the Crusher Larson and Bubba Brungardt. This dynamic duo has the power, technique, and the Demarini bats to get it done. Go one-on-one with Team USA's Raven Chavanne, one of the bright spots on a team full of softball superstars. Find how Raven got to the top of her game. And is Softball 360 host Jennie Finch coming out of retirement? For sure, Jennie can still rock and fire. We'll have the latest news from the mound. Softball 360, presented by the ASA, starts right now.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Softball 360, presented by ASA. We're here to see the best of the best compete on the center stage. Welcome to Softball 360, presented by ASA USA, the heart and soul of softball. I'm Jennie Finch, and we're headed to one of my most favorite events, the World Cup of Softball, where the greatest softball teams on the globe gather to crown a world champion. And our Venus Taylor shows us what to expect.
The best women's teams from around the globe gather, and the competition is world-class.
At the World Cup, we have so many teams representing from different countries. There's Team USA, Mexico, Japan, Philippines, Canada. They're from all over the world, and they bring so much to the table, a different level of competition, different cultures. Let's listen in and see what it's all about.
Yes, got it!
On this day, all eyes are on Team USA as an amazing collection of the best softball players from America go to work. Their mission statement includes teamwork, dedication, and the pride and responsibility that comes with representing the United States.
It's really great to see like all these countries playing for, one common goal, trying to get that gold medal.
The World Cup is a showcase for softball, the beauty of different cultures at play. A primetime game features powerhouse teams from Japan and the U.S. going head-to-head, toe-to-toe, in a softball showdown of nations.
Just in the U.S., we're all about the quality of a 2-hour practice. We're on and off the field. We're very efficient. In Japan, culturally, if you want to be good at something, you spend a lot of time at it. So if you're not practicing 5 or 6 hours a day, you look like you're slacking off a little bit.
USA can pull from a lot more talent. They're a good hitting team, they're always going to be. I think we're pretty similar mechanically as the US, whereas Japan tends to have the whole, hit on the top of the ball. US and Canada tend to have very similar mechanics in the way they play the game.
The energy here is amazing. These fans are outstanding. You can tell that they're into the game, they're cheering the players on and watching the best softball in the world.
It's just an amazing feeling just to see everyone who's out here supporting, and it's just awesome energy. It's the best energy you can feel.
It's a team sport, and you can rely on your team to back you up basically if you make a mistake, and then you can pull through for your team in any moment.
Plenty of opportunity for fans to meet and greet their softball heroes.
Here you go. No problem.
You're not the most popular catcher here tonight. Good, thank you.
Back on the field, more great plays and players as Team USA advances to the championship round.
A lot of different aspects of the game have changed, so it's really kind of fun to see the athletes. I used to think if you hit the ball 210 feet, that was a long shot. Well, now the fences are 220 feet, and you got to get that ball over it. So, it's interesting to see how strong the athletes are nowadays and how much the technology helps them out, and hopefully we'll keep progressing.
For Team USA head coach Ken Erickson, the World Cup stage is also a classroom that provides great softball lessons for his team.
Philosophy of staying in the moment is huge for me. I'm not a big statistical guy, in all honesty, when it comes to what you did in the past. But what we're going to try to do, what we're going to try to accomplish today, and what they're presenting to us. So it's a respond and react type of thought process. And I think that we do better with that in life, and that's what I'm trying to instill in these young girls today.
The 2016 World Cup is set for Oklahoma City and OGE Field at the ASA USA Hall of Fame Complex, July 5th through the 10th. Details and tickets can be found at asausa.com.
For these young girls, what an incredible opportunity to put on the red, white, and blue and to wear USA across their chest. This is what it's all about, instilling dreams and providing the opportunity.
When Softball 360 returns, find out what it means to play at an ASA Gold Tournament. Softball at the highest level, with great teams, coaches, and a simple game plan. Have fun and be the best. Take BP with Chris the Crusher Larson and Bubba Brungardt. Team Demarini is in the championship chase to be the world's greatest softball home run hitters. And check out Softball 360 host Jennie Finch. She's pitching BP with the Lady Cowboys at McNeese State. Does Jennie have some college eligibility left? Is she mounting a comeback? Details in a jiffy.
Softball 360, presented by ASA USA Softball, is brought to you by Demarini, Easton Sports, Dudley, Mikan, and by ASA USA Softball.
Wearing the title of world's greatest home run hitter comes with a lot of stress, pressure, and pride. But Chris Larson from Team Demarini knows those emotions all too well. He's a two-time champ. Let's catch up with Team Demarini.
Deal 22, buddy. My name is Chris Larson, and I swing for Team Demarini.
That's big number 6, Sunday line drive. He's back, he's gone.
I'm Dale Brungardt, and I swing for Demarini.
These are the tools of a champion. In the hands of Demarini's Chris Larson and Bubba Brungardt, their Demarini bats are the key ingredient for becoming the world's greatest softball home run hitters.
When you get into a ball and you know it's going to go, it's a good feeling because you know all the hard work that you put in, paid off for that one swing, and then you just got to reset and do it again. You step to the plate with the Demarini in your hand and you just know that all the performance is going to be there. Whatever you put in is what you're going to get out.
The end goal is to win the Manufacturers Cup. I mean, they're the ones that put us on the stage, and we try to present for them. The bats are really good, so it gives us kind of a competitive advantage. But we'll do our best to see if we can hold it down as one of the veterans now.
In his rookie season, Chris made it look oh so easy, winning the championship outright. Not bad for a youngin'. Now in his 5th season, Larson and teammate Bubba Brungardt, one of the youngest sluggers on tour, are early favorites to repeat as champions.
World's greatest is nice. It's got a good ring to it.
But when it comes to hitting, the dude, it's lights out. He touches the sweet spot more than 90% of the guys in the game, which makes him very, very good.
A few years later, the dynamic duo of Crusher and Bubs won the individual and team honors.
Did they get lucky? No, they're good. So they're gonna be able to compete every year.
That's what we all strive to do every year, is to win a Manufacturers Cup, bring it back home to the Northwest, to Hillsboro, and if we can do that, then we've done our job.
It feels good, but it can go away if you don't put the work in, so it's easy come, easy go. A three-peat would be awesome. I don't know if it would secure a legacy. Three-peat would be good.
A three-peat is one thing, but what about going 15 for 15, hitting every pitch for a homer? Many have come close, but it's never been done yet.
You'd have to have all those stars lined up. You got to be on your game to go 15 for 15. I mean, even when you hit a 13, you feel like you hit them all, and 15 for 15 is highly impressive at this level. Dale Brungardt will be the first person to go 15 for 15.
He said it would be me, huh? That's nice of him. Wow, I mean, you really got to be locked in. To go completely clean, I mean, that's a lot of pressure on everything.
Time will tell as the brutal honesty of the Stadium Power Tour begins.
They call this the tip of the triangle. Moving towards home plate, and I have a firm, solid break. When you're on the mound, you want to make sure, again, foundation is everything. So we want to make sure we have a good, solid foundation. So I like shoulder width apart. Here, if you're too narrow or too wide, you're going to end up crossing over. And we don't want to cross over. The fastest way from point A to point B is a straight line. So I want all of my energy moving towards home plate on that power line to my catcher. So make sure you have a good solid start. And so many pitchers around the country, they often start their windup without getting fully loaded. And just like you hit, you want to get fully loaded on that backside. The same thing in pitching. I don't want to start my windup with half my weight forward, half of it back. I want to make sure that I get everything behind my pitch. So here I call this the racing dive. I get down in racing dive, and then from here, down in those legs, I explode out to my catcher.
Still ahead on Softball 360. We're going one-on-one with Team USA's Raven Chavanne, one of the veterans on a team that may help bring softball back to the Olympics. And speaking of Olympics, Jennie Finch is a gold medal winner, and last week she was working out with the Lady Cowboys at McNeese State as coach or perhaps a player. Here's the upcoming ASA Power Tour schedule. Plenty of opportunities to see the only players on the planet who can slug a softball 500 feet and beyond.
She's a bright spot on a team of superstars. Let's meet Raven Chavanne. She's an All-American, a World Cup gold medalist, but there's so much more to her story.
Team USA is a hand-picked collection of softball superstars. One of the leaders is a wily vet who shares the proper perspective on what it takes to win. Raven Chavanne says, you gotta play it cool.
I don't think of it as pressure. I mean, it's the same game I've been playing since I've been 4 years old, so I just go out there and just do what I've been doing the past 20 years and have fun. And, you know, if you make a mistake, you just keep going. You know, you're playing against great athletes, you know, so, you know, no one expects to bat 1,000 or anything like that. You know, just going out there, just doing my best.
The secret to her success? Consistency. No highs or lows.
I would say one of my, you know, strong suits is I think I'm pretty even-keeled on the field. So it doesn't matter if we're kind of like winning by 10 or, you know, we're down 10. I kind of keep the same demeanor and I try not to, you know, overdo certain situations. I think I'm pretty consistent in my approach no matter the stage of the game.
Raven grew up in Thousand Oaks, California, and it was her father who opened the door to the softball world.
I started playing softball when I was 4. My dad signed me up at the local rec center in a Daddy and Me class. Yeah, and he kind of saw that I was a little bit faster than the boys I was playing with. So then he signed me up, you know, just in the local rec league. And oh, the friendships. I have made my best friends in the entire world in this game. All of my closest friends are current or former softball players, and, you know, and being able to travel the world with them, and, you know, and see places that I would have never gone. You know, that's what the sport has brought into my life, and it's definitely probably my most favorite part.
When it comes to role models and sports heroes, Raven looks to Jennie Finch for inspiration.
I think what Jennie Finch has done for softball is absolutely incredible. She has put it on the map, and I think she's brought so many fans. So she's done so much for the sport. She's an ambassador. She represents, not only how to play on the field, but how to act off the field. She's just a great role model just for women in general, not just softball players.
This is an important season for softball as the vote to reinstate the sport back into the Olympics looms large.
So, if you go out there and set a good tone, as well as all the other, national teams out there, this is an important year not just for us, but every team. We're the tone setters, the people in Rio, they're going to be voting, so we need to go out there, bring some fans out, and, show that we deserve to be in 2020 Olympics.
Raven is confident about Team USA and what they can accomplish on the field this year.
If we play our game, I think, we'll be fine. And, we have, this core that's kind of been playing together multiple years. Everyone's getting a little bit older, meshing more. So that was kind of, the one thing that set us back was, we were younger and we, weren't playing together for 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years like some of these other teams were. So now we're starting to get that camaraderie.
Softball 360 host Jennie Finch earned a reputation as one of the greatest softball pitchers of all time. So who better to pitch BP before a big game? That's what Jennie was up to recently at McNeese State. She lives nearby and stopped over to provide the Cowgirls some world-class pitching and a pre-College World Series pep talk. Based on her performance, there's no doubt Jennie can still rock and fire. But Jennie is enjoying retirement, hosting Softball 360 and raising a family.
Softball 360, presented by ASA USA Softball, is brought to you by Louisville Slugger, Worth, Combat Sports, Monster, and by BP Athletics.
For the gold standard, look no further than ASA. ASA Gold. The ASA Gold Tournament is the ultimate collection of young softball players at their best. Let's zoom in and take a look at what it takes to play ASA Gold.
Welcome to Softball City. We're talking Oklahoma City, the home of the ASA's hallowed Hall of Fame fields. From Olympic teams to the NCAA World Series to the ASA Gold, all have played on this iconic field.
A lot of good teams here, but we come to play, and that's all that matters.
I grew up playing at the stadium before the bleachers were even out there, and getting to see it from a different aspect, getting to see what goes into creating the rules, going into seeing how stadium events are run. It's kind of an eye-opening experience, and you realize there's a lot more that goes into it.
And we're a team. That's the number one thing. We have each other's back. When we win, it's a team win all around.
The ASA Gold 18 and under features the best players and top teams in North America. Many of these ladies are headed to college via softball scholarships.
Best in ASA, and we're very proud to be here to represent Southern California.
It's sweet. We have all our parents here and all the fans from all the other teams, so it's like the biggest crowds we had and the best competition, so making us play at our top level.
Yeah, it's getting us ready for the college level, and yeah, we're pretty much playing like girls that we're going to see in the next level college-wise.
Plenty of energy and atmosphere on display. The softball diamond is like a classroom, offering gems of wisdom and life lessons.
How to control time management, how to respect your teammates, respect your elders.
More than anything else, I think it's being a team player and discipline.
Sure, this is seriously good softball, but it's still a lot of fun, and the girls never let you forget.
3, 4, 5.
Off the field, the good times continue in Oklahoma City. Next door to the ASA headquarters, plenty to scratch your shopping itch if softball is on your list. As you walk into the shrine of softball, the walls of the Hall of Fame come alive, honoring the greats of the game, men and women who helped take the sport to a new level. Today, the real power was at the Hall of Fame field. We caught up with American Pastime from Southern California. They've been playing for a quarter century, even at the very first ASA Gold.
I was blessed with daughters, and because of that, sports and athletics brought to them a strength of character and a strength of purpose. And that's why I love softball, because it helps develop in these athletes to make them strong, contributing members of the adult society.
For sure, gold goes to the winner, but gold is also awarded to the players and coaches who take part in this life-changing tournament.
Now that's a look at ASA Gold. If you want to know more, tune in to asausa.com for details and information regarding the ASA Gold. Thanks so much for tuning in to Softball 360 today. I'm Jennie Finch, and I always remind young players and old players to dream and believe.
The ASA Stadium Power Tour has one last go-round at Turner Field. Its final season at the TED before the Braves move into a new home. Will anyone hit the huge Coca-Cola bottle in left field? And it's one of the premier events in softball, the Women's College World Series. Join us next week on Softball 360, presented by the ASA.